In September 2024, a tragic accident shook South Africa's conservation community. Dingo Dinkelman, a well-known wildlife expert and passionate reptile conservationist, died after being bitten by an eastern green mamba while working at his own facility, Dingo's Farm and Reptile Park in KwaZulu-Natal. Dinkelman had handled venomous snakes for years, often educating the public about their importance in the ecosystem, but on what seemed like a routine day, things took a sudden and deadly turn. While managing the highly venomous snake, he was struck likely in a moment too quick to react to. The bite triggered a severe anaphylactic reaction compounded by the mamba's fast-acting neurotoxic venom. Despite emergency efforts, his condition deteriorated rapidly. The loss of Dinkelman is not only heartbreaking for his family and fans, but also a serious blow to reptile conservation in South Africa and beyond. His work inspired thousands to better understand and respect creatures many fear. His death is a stark reminder of the real dangers that come with handling deadly animals, even for the most seasoned professionals. After the deadly bite from an eastern green mamba, Dingo Dinkelman was rushed into emergency care in a desperate attempt to save his life. The response was immediate. Paramedics arrived, quickly administered epinephrine to counter the anaphylactic shock, inserted a breathing tube to keep his airway open, and delivered life-saving drugs directly into his bone marrow, a last resort method used when time is critical. At the hospital, doctors placed Dinkelman in a medically induced coma to stabilize him. Over the next weeks, he underwent intensive treatments, including anti-venom therapy, dialysis, to support his failing kidneys and round-the-clock care in the ICU. Despite their best efforts, the venom and oxygen deprivation had already done serious damage. His brain, kidneys, and circulatory system were hit hard, leaving him in a fragile and declining state. For 4 long weeks, his medical team fought to reverse the damage, and his supporters clung to hope. But the toll was too great. On October 26, 2024, Dingo Dinkelman passed away after a month of intensive care. His death marked the end of a fierce battle, not just against one of nature's deadliest creatures, but against the cascade of medical crises that followed. His passing sent shockwaves through the conservation world and left a legacy that now carries both inspiration and tragedy. Born in 1980, and raised in Pietermaritzburg, South Africa, Dingo Dinkelman grew up with a deep fascination for wildlife, especially venomous snakes. From an early age, he showed an unusual comfort around animals that most people feared. That passion only grew stronger with time, eventually shaping his life's mission to protect, educate, and inspire. Often called the Steve Irwin of South Africa, Dinkelman became a leading figure in wildlife conservation, known for his fearless handling of dangerous reptiles and his gift for connecting with audiences. Through social media platforms like YouTube and Instagram, Dingo reached hundreds of thousands of followers across the globe. His videos didn't just showcase thrilling encounters with cobras, mambas, and other deadly creatures. They carried a clear message: these animals are not monsters, but essential parts of our ecosystems. With every clip, he turned fear into fascination and ignorance into understanding. Dinkelman wasn't just an entertainer. He was a conservationist with a cause. He believed that bridging the gap between humans and wildlife starts with education and empathy. Whether speaking to school children, rescuing snakes from urban areas, or guiding viewers through the jungles of Africa, Dingo used his platform to spark change. His goal was simple but powerful: to help people see the value of creatures they might otherwise kill or avoid, and to inspire real action in protecting them. Dingo Dinkelman's life was a testament to passion, purpose, and fearless advocacy. His legacy now lives on in the countless lives he touched and in the wild creatures he fought so hard to defend. Dingo Dinkelman's death sent ripples far beyond South Africa. Around the world, fans, conservationists, and international wildlife organizations mourned the loss of a man who had become a global voice for misunderstood animals. Tributes poured in across social media, honoring not just his bold work with venomous reptiles, but his ability to turn fear into respect and action. Dingo wasn't just a snake handler. He was a teacher, a showman, and the protector of the wild. In the face of tragedy, his family stepped forward to carry on his mission. His wife, Kirsty, along with their 3 children, continued producing wildlife content in his name, keeping his message alive and educating a new generation about the importance of conservation. Their efforts ensured that Dingo's voice didn't fall silent even after his passing. To honor his legacy, a statue and the conservation center bearing his name were established at Dingo's farm and reptile park. It stands not only as a tribute, but as a beacon for future wildlife advocates. His case also sparked critical conversations within the conservation community. Experts highlighted the hidden risks of long-term exposure to venom, particularly the danger of delayed allergic reactions, something even seasoned professionals can't always anticipate. Dingo's story now serves as both an inspiration and a warning, a reminder of the passion that drives the field and the very real risks it carries. Dingo Dinkelman died doing what he loved most, working with the wild animals he had devoted his life to protecting. Much like his childhood hero Steve Irwin, Dingo's passing was sudden, tragic, and deeply symbolic. It wasn't a story of failure. It was a powerful reminder of the risks that come with true passion and the deep respect we must have for the natural world. To those who knew him or followed his journey, Dingo wasn't just a conservationist, he was a symbol of fearless commitment. He stepped into places most people avoided, not for fame or thrill, but to bring understanding where there was fear and to build bridges between humans and wildlife. His death underlined the truth he always believed in. While animals deserve our respect, not just admiration from a distance, Dingo's legacy lives on not only through the countless videos, rescues and educational efforts he created, but through the people he inspired. His wife and children continue his mission. His name now stands behind conservation programs, public tributes, and a global community of followers who refuse to let his message fade. Dingo's final lesson wasn't spoken, but it was clear: nature is beautiful, dangerous, and worth protecting, and those who fight for it may risk everything, but they leave behind something that lasts.